Hello everyone, welcome to Chirag PostgreSQL 18 DB tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn how to configure the Postgres 18 streaming replication on CentOS 10. So we'll go through the step-by-step process. Here we are using the CentOS Stream 10. There is a primary server and there is a second server is replica server. So what is the streaming replication? Simple explanation is there. So primary server handles the all writes, insert, update, delete operations and replica server stay read only. So changes are sent to the continuously from the primary server to replica server. So this is a huge for the high availability, read scaling and disaster recovery. So in part 1, we'll go through the master server. I have two servers running on my VMware workstation. There is a server 1, 138 and server 2, 139. Both the servers are running in the VMware workstation. Now I am going to access both the servers. So CMD, SSHD, username is root at the rate and IP address. So any SSH tool you can use for the access this. Now I want to access the second server also SSH root at the rate and this IP 139 and username password. While installing the server I have given the username password, so both the servers are accessible. Now this is, I'll give the name. One is primary server, that is also called the master server. Primary server IP is 138 and another server is replica server 139. Change the tab color to red. So both the servers I have access. Now install the Postgres 18 on the primary 138. If you are already installed, then but including the completeness. So I'm running this command. This is for the update, and we are disabling the default module Postgres, and we are just reading the RPM package for the latest installation. And then we are installing the Postgres 18 server, and this is the client. So all the things are going to be installed on primary. Then we'll initialize the database cluster. So this is the database initialization command. So just remember that I'm working with the primary. So server is 138. The first server I'm going to use and second server I'm not doing anything now. So later on we'll install there also. So then we'll initialize the Postgres database. Then we'll enable and start. Enable means whenever the system will boot, OS will boot, OS will restart. That time automatically Postgres service will start. For that we are enabling this. Then we'll set the Postgres password. So now, so completed. So after that, I am going to initialize the Postgres database. So this is the command. So initialization is done. Now system CTL and then we'll just enable PostgreSQL. So done. Then we are going to start the PostgreSQL started. So PostgreSQL database is started now. Now I'm moving to set the Postgres password. So here sudo -i -u Postgres user, then here psql the CLI Postgres CLI mode. Then we are going to set the password for Postgres user. So alter user, my username is postgres and with password and I'll put the password admin@123. Then quit and exit from the Postgres user. So after that, we are going to configure the PostgreSQL configuration file for replication. So we'll edit the PostgreSQL configuration file. This is the configuration file for where this is the path lib pgsql and data post postgres.config. Okay. So first I'll search. Now let me open the configuration file. So this is the path of the configuration file. Let me search. So first we'll go for the address. So control W address. So address for the all the IPs, I'll put star and then wall level, right ahead log label will be replica max wall. So control W max wall sender 10, max replication slot is 10, and if you want to give the size, give the wall keep size, then you can increase this one also, just like 512 MB, or and then we'll, this is a very important hot standby. Hot standby should be on. So here we have done wall level, that is replica, that will enable the wall streaming, and max wall sender, how many replica can connect. So I have given the 10, and hot standby allow the read only queries on the replica. So we have done all the things. So save. Now I have to create the replication user. Create the replication user with the password. So sudo, directly will go through this command. So psql. So in console, CLI mode. So create role replicator and with replication login password. And we'll put the password here. So admin@123. So done, created. So exit from this. And now I'll go through the same HBA file. So pg underscore HBA. This is a host-based authentication file. So here we'll include the replication access. So that is the secondary server. So I'll put host replication and my user just now we have created replicator. Then IP address 192.168.136.139. This is the IP address. And here I'll put the method, this encryption method. So SCRAM SHA 256 256. Okay, so we are using the method that is SHA 256. So let me save this one. Now let me restart the service. Okay, something is wrong. Let me check with the journal. Failed. Failed to start in the exit code. So quit. Check the service. So exit code Postgres database failure in the output. Let me check the error. So output will appear in log. Control end. Host replication replicator. Okay. So here I have to put the subnet. Now done. So this was the error. So we have resolved that. So we have done these things. Now we have restarted. Now we open the firewall. So that is the primary 138. I'm just working with that. So I have to open the firewall for 5432. This is the default port for the Postgres database. So open. So this is done. Now I'm moving to the part 2. There is a standby server. There is a replica server 139. And 139 I'm installing the same. We need the Postgres database and server, client and server both. So let me start. So installation is going on for the Postgres database. So completed. Now just remember that do not run the initdb on replica because we are not going to initialize the database. We will take the base backup from the primary server. So we'll stop the database and we'll remove the files. So this command. So we are going to stop the our database and we're removing all the files. So you can able to see there cd we don't have any data. Now I will take a best backup from the primary. This copy entire database from the primary, and there is a one thing is there minus r is used for the replica setting. What does automatic create the standby signal and write the replication configuration. So this is the process. So we'll go through this host name, data, and user. All the things are there. So we have created the replicator user and you replicator user password is admin at the rate 123. So we have done the base backup and you can see ls. Here you can see standby dot signal. This is the very important file. If you remove this file, this will be this database will be we can write on this database. So this is the now read only. So now we'll go and we'll check the standby hot standby configuration. So now I know, and this is the default path. If you're working with the database, so you know that this is the path for the Postgres database. So config. Okay. Done. Control W hot hot standby on. Okay. So now we have done this. Now I am going to enable the Postgres server. So system ctl enable PostgreSQL and then we are going to start our Postgres database. So we have done the all the configuration. So now we are going to move further forward. That is the verify the replication. So let me access primary database means master, and here I'll create one table. Or before going to the table, I'll just check the status. So I'm running the client address state synchronization mode from the PG state replication. So there is a streaming replication is going on between that. That is a synchronization state is asynchronous. Means this will not wait for the response from the replica. This will only write on the replica. So there is a difference between asynchronous synchronous replication. This is short and clear with that. So features asynchronous and synchronous. So there is a transaction commit returns immediately and wait for the replica. Data loss on the primary crash possible. This will be none. Means this will possible mean minimum data loss you will get. So write latency, this is the low, this will be high. Performance, this will be faster because this will not wait for the response from the replica. So this will be slow. So each cases reporting replicas, and this is for the financial and critical data. So test the data replication on primary will create the database RPL test. So let me create then slash C RPL replication test. So we are in database slash DT. We don't have any table. In right side also I'll do the same. Not there. So I'll write sudo minus I minus U postgres. Then is equal. Then slash L. List of the databases. Then replication test is there. Connection is REPL test, and then slash DT. We don't have the table on the replica also. I'll create the table on the primary. So primary, I'm going to create one table users, and let me check here slash DT. We have user now. Select extract from users. We don't have any data. Now I'll just insert the data on primary. This is the data, simple insert command. I'm going to insert the data in the primary, and same data will reflect on the secondary. Means data is inserted automatically for the secondary server. So on replica, we have already logged in. We have tested this one parallelly. Now confirm the replica is read only. So I'm going to create one database. So cannot execute create database in the read only transaction, or you can try to insert some data, just like I'll try to insert one data, one row in the replica. There is I'm putting the name test test replica. Okay, so cannot execute insert on the read only transaction, means that we cannot insert the data on the replica server or secondary server. So we have done all the things. So create database field that confirm the correct replication. So common command is that you can stop the server, start the server using this command. For the stop, systemctl stop PostgreSQL and systemctl start PostgreSQL. Check the status, systemctl status, and final result will be that you have so Postgres streaming replication, CentOS stream 10, primary IP is 192.168.136.139, and replica is 139. This is 138, and continuous while streaming and read only standby and production grade setup. So disclaimer is there, all trademarks, logo names belong to their respective owners. This video only for education information purpose under the Fair Use Section 107 Copyright Act 1976. Follow the process exactly shown in the video. Hope this will help. Thank you for watching, and follow me on support on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApp channel, and Telegram channel is there. Share this YouTube video with your friends and colleagues, and don't forget to like, share, comments, and subscribe to Chirag Mahto tutorial. Hope this will help. Thank you for watching.